Welcome everybody, my name is Mr. Llama, and today I am bringing you AHGLs, that's the After Hour Gaming Leagues, Microsoft versus Team National Instruments. This is the playoffs, and National Instruments definitely has a challenge ahead of them. Microsoft over here, I'll go ahead and introduce him first. Luminescent, their first player, the Blue Terran, playing of course for Team Microsoft. They won Season 1, this is Season 3. So they won Season 1 and have just been absolutely dominating. They had it pretty easy, I believe. They're 6-1 coming into this game right here. I mean, this is the playoffs now, of course, but in the regular season they were 6-1, I do believe. And their only loss, I think, was to Amazon. I don't believe I had the chance to cast that. I think somebody else casted that game, but if I remember the information I was told correctly, that was their one loss, and I think it was pretty close. So National Instruments, on the other hand, were they 3-4? I think they were 3-4, and they had to fight for a wild card position just to get into this game. So definitely going to be a challenge, but you know what? Nothing that can't happen. I have seen many teams rise up to the occasion and beat teams much greater than them before. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Starting off, though, we do have National Instruments. Come on, man. The Red Terran. I don't think I introduced him. Come on, man. The Red Terran. Spawned down the bottom left-hand corner. And he's going to be going for this gas opening right here. Actually, both players are going to open up with the gas. Come on, man. This is going to be a little bit earlier, though. He's going to get it about 10 seconds ahead of his opponent right there. And he is also choosing to wall in right here. So if he does throw down the second supply depot with this SCV, which it looks like that's going to happen based on this placement right here, he will get to deny the scouting information from Luminescent, so he won't be able to get in and see that a gas has gone down. That being said, he will most likely be going Reaper right here. I'm imagining that's what both players are going to be grabbing. Is that Reaper after the single Marine does pop out. So we will see right here if that's what Luminescent does, and yes it is. So he will get the Reaper, he will get to hop up into this base and maybe get a scout off and see what's going on, as second Marine actually underway right here, and 100 gas has been mined for Command Man. So is he going to be grabbing a factory soon? He's got the money for it. There it is, and it goes down in the exact position. How often does that happen? Not very often do you just box the location that they're going to go ahead and build it. And his SCV escapes with 3 HP. We'll see if Luminescent's going to snipe it with this SCV. It looks like it's going to be on a different path, actually, so we'll not get that snipe. Probably one of my favorite things, though, in Workers high five, but one has no health, and the dude is just watching his SCV and just tags him, kills him. So Reaper going to come out, going to try and get that kill. Actually will get that kill. Poor SCV. Going to be stopping halfway, and a reactor now going down. So it looks like we're going to get reactored Marines with a Widow Mine for defense. I'm guessing there's going to be an expansion coming up out of this. Second gas actually being grabbed. So Starport maybe going down with this as well. Not quite sure. Marines do push out, though, and the Widow Mine going to be jumping right up into the base and just having a grand old time. I am very surprised that Command Man ran out with those Marines, because he was able to scout. He got into that base. If we look at his vision, he saw exactly what was going on. Very indicative of a Reaper opening. And now he's busy trying to sit here and protect his SCVs and kill off this Reaper. I mean, just trying to save these guys. That one's going to fall right there. And trying to get surrounded. So much denied mining time right here by this one Reaper. And not only that, oh, he does get surrounded. I love the surround. He uses all of his SCVs to do so. So a very cost-efficient Reaper with 4 workers killed. Yeah, because he killed the one out at the tower as well. So 4 workers killed. He gets a full scout. He sees everything that's going on. Sees the starport. Does not know that the tech lab has been added, but he does know the location, so he can't scan there in the future. And what do we have? We have fast tanks actually coming out with a little supply block, unfortunately, right here for Command Man. So Luminescent definitely gaining a little early lead with that Reaper, denying so much mining time, throwing his opponent off to where he gets supply blocked, seeing the starport, seeing everything like that. And a command center already done right here for Luminescent. Not yet has he taken that expansion. Hellions are popping out, but he may make some sort of little push, maybe get a dropship. Yep, there it is. So he's going to get a medevac to go ahead and gather these units up, which are just outside the range. He does not see the Hellions. So he just sees 2 Marines right there. So that, of course, can be annoying when it gets over here into the main. And a bunker actually going down for Command Man. Now, the only issue with this is that it really denies any sort of pathing for these SCVs. Notice how they're like freaking out to go around this bunker right here. So that's probably causing more problems than it's solving. Additionally, Hellions can get over here and just like chill right here and attack these SCVs. But a tank is actually going up. So Command Man, being the most defensive player I have yet to see in a long time. I mean, I don't think I've seen anybody play this defensive. Oh man, I'm trying to think of like a good time that I've ever seen somebody play this defensive. But all I can think of is like when I was, you know, back in like Gold League. But that's not a dig at Command Man or anything like that. You know what? He knows he's behind. He saw the dropship was coming. And so he's just getting in defense for it. And right there, he's actually going to be able to deal with this quite well and forces that back. So you know what? There's something to be said for playing defensive. And it looks like the Hellions are going to get dropped all over, but the Marines are there. They're going to be able to force away the medevac. And doesn't look like Luminescent going to be able to do any damage. So as much as you thought I was making fun of Command Man for being defensive, you know what? It worked out for him because he lost nothing. He lost absolutely nothing from that attack, and he forced Luminescent back. Luminescent's like, all right, well, time to go home because there's Banshee and there's a siege tank, and I need my units at home. Viking is flying over, though, so he's going to try and possibly just get a scout in there, maybe. This is so tight. Look at how tight he's building everything right here. But turrets are up to defend against that. I mean, this is honestly... Don't try and break this if you're any other race. Just kind of like leave this guy alone right here. Win your battles elsewhere. That's all I can say. Because that is very compact. And he's even leaving the 4 Marines in the bunker. Like, yeah, I dare you to come over here. I dare you to try to get in this mineral line. I absolutely dare you with double turrets and a bunker with 4 Marines. Constantly full. Medevac now boosting over with 8 Marines, though. What is its course? Is he going to drop on the edge? Is he going to boost into hell over here is what I would like to call it, basically. He is going to catch Command Man, though, as all of his units are pushing out across the map. So this drop could do a lot of damage. Where is he going with it? Is he going to fly in? Yes, he will. He boosts in. Turrets there. Not going to be able to do enough. The bunker, unfortunately, just out of range. So some SCV is going to go down. Command Man trying to get a nice siege position over here at his opponent's natural. He gets a scan up there. He sees only 1 tank. Needs to be careful not to bunch everything up. The Hellions roasting the Marines quite well right there, and that could be troublesome. In the meantime, the drop still doing a lot of damage over here as there's just nothing for Command Man to deal with this. The Vikings taking out the Banshees, and this might be it for Command Man. I mean, he is in a dangerous position. I don't know. I mean, he could still hold on, but he has definitely fallen to a inferior spot, and these Marines over here just having the time of their life. So I said stay out of this area right here, and that's exactly what he's doing. I said like that area, and so he went right on the outside of it. Worked out nicely for him. Tank does siege up. Medevac boost away. I can't even follow those things. They're so fast. And he's going to go ahead and try and pick off one more supply depot. Will he get it? It looks like he will. Yes. Unless he starts repairing. Command Man, get your SCVs there. Oh, poor Command Man. He tried. He honestly tried to repair it. That wasn't just like moving around. He was really trying to repair it right there. Banshee now looking to possibly get taken out. Will he get that? No, he will not. Nice micro right there by Command Man to pull it back. And nicely done by Luminescent to go ahead and pull back as well, who has now massed up quite a decent-sized army over here. Definitely ahead in the supply. Look at how many barracks he's thrown down. And normally you're like, but you can't support all of this off of 2 base. Starport factory, 8 barracks. Some reactors and tech labs on them, others without. I guess naked barracks you probably could. But you know what? When you're floating money like that, not a bad idea. You know what? If you're just floating money, just get some barracks down. It's better down here than it is up here. That's all I can say. And he's going to be getting to get a 3rd base as well. Command Man, in the meantime, still sticking to the 1 base. You know what? He says, forget going for that 2 base, 3 base nonsense. I'm going to go ahead and win off 1 base right here. Pushing over with the tanks, pushing over with the Marines. Even has an SCV in there. I guess repair some things. Maybe throw down some turrets, something like that. And Luminescent looking to come over and do some damage. And he'll be able to pick off probably about this refinery, maybe a couple SCVs over here. I don't see him doing too much more damage, but he could land the Vikings and walk them in, actually. That could be kind of a cool strategy right there. We'll see what does happen with those in the future. As Command Man still looking to set up this siege. He gets a scan. If he gets his tanks up right now, he can do some decent damage. Yes, he does. Shots all go off on the tanks and not really hit the Marines. Banshee just taking out the refinery over there, and Command Man going to be losing that entire army. I thought he was going to be able to have something right there. He could have blasted the whole pack of Marines sitting together and been in a decent position. Unfortunately, he lost those. Some Marines kind of stranded along the way. They got lost, couldn't quite find their troop. Banshee's still just going at that refinery over there. And Command Man is really starting to look like he's hurting at this point. Those Marines are going to fall as well. Poor troops right there. And what does Command Man have left? Now he decides to expand. Okay. So he was like, all right, I was just faking you out. Now I'm going for the expansion. And here comes the choo-choo train of units streaming across the map. And everything's just going to kind of run right up into this base. I don't think Command Man really has an answer, unfortunately. Except in the event that all these units, the tanks kill themselves. No, they will not. GG from Command Man. And Luminescent, a.k.a. Microsoft's #1 right there, is going to take game 1. I will see you guys over in game number 2.